iPhone 7 Plus versus OnePlus 5 speed test. That video's coming up right now. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the iPhone 7 Plus versus the OnePlus 5. Now, I think we might have an Android phone here that might be able to dethrone the king in speed in the 7 Plus here. So let's go ahead and begin right away with the boot up test. So 3, 2, let's go. And iPhone 7 Plus there on the left is running iOS 10.3.2, I believe it is, and Android 7.1.1 Nougat here on the OnePlus 5. So definitely we see that the OnePlus 5 is loading a little bit quicker here so far, but let's see if it can take down the 7 Plus in the boot up. I'm not sure it will. This is the first time I'm testing here live here on camera with you. So the 7 Plus was slightly ahead there on the boot up test. Okay guys, so you've seen the iPhone 7 Plus was the clear winner when it comes to the boot up test, maybe a second or so over the OnePlus 5 here. Now this is the 6 gig of RAM version here, but the iPhone 7 Plus only has 3 gigs of RAM, so that shouldn't make too much of a difference anyway. So let's go ahead and test the fingerprint scanner speed before we do get into the app test. So you can see right there, actually turning the lock screens on here on both devices is about the same time, maybe slightly to the 7 Plus, sometimes to the OnePlus 5. So no problems there with that. Now, what about those fingerprint scanners here? So let's check them out here. And you've seen the OnePlus 5 well ahead of the 7 Plus there. Let's do that again. And you can see again the OnePlus 5, and just one more time for, 3 times the charm. So you can see again, the OnePlus 5 is clearly a faster fingerprint scanner here. Now let me go ahead and close out all the applications there. They're all closed on the 7 Plus. And let's go ahead and close out everything here for the OnePlus 5. Now both are connected to the same Wi-Fi network, and we're going to run this application test. So let's begin with the calendars. And I know that you can get the Google Calendar here on the OnePlus 5 on the iPhone, but we're going to run the respective, apps that come out of the box with these phones, and that's the calendar that comes with that phone. Now, it looked like it was a little bit quicker on the 7 Plus for the calendar. But what about the calculator? You've seen the OnePlus 5 ahead. Going home, the OnePlus 5 is home every time first. And developer options, I have the animation set to 1x across the board here for the OnePlus 5. Going in the clock, you can see OnePlus 5 again. Let's come home here. And let's go into settings. You can see OnePlus 5 again. Let's come home here. Let's go on Instagram. OnePlus 5 again. And you can see now the 7 Plus. Twitter. And no low battery mode on the iPhone 7 Plus. And you've seen OnePlus 5 again. Coming home, let's go into Snapchat. You can see OnePlus 5 again. And it's clear that the OnePlus 5 is the faster phone already. Going into eBay, OnePlus 5 over the 7 Plus again. Amazon. And you can see the OnePlus 5 again, a Pi Geek. So very well optimized 835 CPU here on the OnePlus 5. So that one looked a little bit faster for the 7 Plus, but that was probably because the 7 Plus wasn't loading up the articles. Let's go into Play Newsstand. And you could see the OnePlus 5 again over the 7 Plus. Coming home, let's go into App Store, Play Store. And you can see, wow, the 7 Plus takes one there. What about Dead Trigger? Now we're going to get into games to see if the 7 Plus can hold its lead in the gaming department. So we get an annoying pop-up there. I'm going to go ahead and run that one again due to the annoying pop-up there on the iPhone 7 Plus. So let's go ahead and run Dead Trigger again. But both of these phones are world-class when it comes to speed. These things are ridiculously fast. So you can see the 7 Plus is going to take it over the OnePlus there. So let's go ahead and take it into Subway Surfers. I'm going to skip Real Racing because I didn't have it downloaded here on the OnePlus 5 all the way. You can see right there, Jetpack Joyride is first for the 7 Plus. Let's go into Subway Surfers. And looks like we had a mistap there for the 7 Plus. Let's do that one more time. Let's go into Subway Surfers. And you could see Subway Surfers is loading up first there for the OnePlus 5. So who's going to take it here? So nope, it's 7 Plus. So it looks like the 7 Plus is still slightly better in terms of gaming load times. But once you get into the games, both of these devices are extremely smooth here. Now let's go ahead and run a RAM management test to see how good it does in the RAM management. So about the same there on both. About the same again, coming home here. Let's go into the clock. You can see about the same. I think the OnePlus slightly has faster animation, so it does feel a little bit quicker there for the OnePlus 5. You can see again, just slightly faster on the animations over the 7 Plus. So if you're looking for the ultimate speed demon phone, it's the OnePlus 5 here in 2017. You can see the OnePlus 5 again, a Pie Geek again to the OnePlus 5, going into Play Newsstand again, OnePlus 5. And let's go into App Store, Play Store. About the same there. Let's go into Dead Trigger. And here you can see where the iPhone still holds its lead, and it beat we didn't even do real racing. It beat the Galaxy S8 earlier this year. Let's go on to Jetpack Joyride in gaming. So it's doing it to the OnePlus 5 as well. So let's go into Subway Surfers. You can see slightly better for the gaming on the 7 Plus. So let's go ahead and run a Geekbench now and see how these guys do when it comes to the benchmarks. Now, I'm betting that the iPhone 7 Plus is going to have a better score when it comes to its single core, and then the OnePlus 5 is going to have a better when it comes, I said core. It's going to have a better score when it comes to its multi-core. So I'll be back when these guys are done right here, and we're going to see the final scores between the OnePlus 5 and the iPhone 7 Plus. So the final scores are in here for the iPhone 7 Plus and the OnePlus 5. You can see that the iPhone 7 Plus finishes with a single core score of 3540, wraps it up with a multi-core of 5909. Now the OnePlus 5 finishes over here with a single core of 1978 and a multi-core of 6555. Now take these tests with a grain of salt. These things are scientific, but that doesn't really dictate how they perform in the real world. You've seen the OnePlus 5 was just ripping through the apps, and you've seen the 7 Plus was just ripping through their apps. Now, I think the iPhone 7 Plus, based on the speed test, is quicker in a couple of areas. It's slightly faster when it comes to the boot up time. It's slightly faster when it comes to loading games, because games are a little bit better optimized, I believe, for iOS over the Android platform. But once you get in the games, you can see the OnePlus 5 just performs just as well. We're going to do a gaming review between these, a more in-depth comparison on that. So stay tuned to the channel for that. Now, so that gives the iPhone 7 Plus 2 wins there. Now, I think that the OnePlus 5 is faster than the iPhone 7 Plus in loading pretty much any other app besides the gaming round right there. So that's one win to the OnePlus 5. Fingerprint Scanner easily faster on the OnePlus 5. And RAM management better on the OnePlus 5, I think, in terms of its animation speed is just so fast. So it just feels quicker on multitasking. So I'm going to give it 3 rounds to 2 here on the 7 Plus. But we're going to go ahead and test one more thing. That's Safari versus Chrome. So these aren't the same browsers. You do have Chrome for the iPhone, but these are the browsers that come stock on these devices. So that's why I'm testing them this way. So we can go to yahoo.com here for the iPhone 7 Plus and yahoo.com here for the OnePlus 5. So we're going to test these guys equally by hitting go at the same time. And let's go there in 3, 2, and let's go. And you could see that the Yahoo site does load first there for the OnePlus 5. Let's go ahead and do one more test here. And how about we go to apple.com, since we're talking about an Apple device here. Let's go to apple.com here on the OnePlus 5. And let me type that in correctly first so we don't make no mistakes here. And let's hit .com. And we should be ready to go here in 3, 2, let's go. And you can see the OnePlus 5 was slower than Apple there. So, you know, I'm going to call it about a tie here in terms of browsing. Same old story, Android versus iOS when it comes to scrolling. Smooth scrolling on iPhone, fast scrolling on the OnePlus 5. So 3 rounds goes to the OnePlus 5 plus a tie in the browsing round. Over 2 rounds win on the iPhone 7 Plus. Now we can go ahead and test the camera speed too if you want to throw that in there, since we're doing a speed test. And you can see, look like the 7 Plus was slightly quicker. Very similar cameras. We're going to talk more about these in the upcoming comparison when I, tell you should you buy, this guy or that guy or help you out with that. We'll do more of that later. But overall, I think in terms of sheer speed, this is really close to call, but my final verdict on this one is the OnePlus 5 just feels like the faster phone, and it wins more rounds. So to me, the OnePlus 5 is the new king of speed in pretty much all smartphones on the market right now. The 7 Plus is right there hanging with it, and it is the fastest Apple smartphone you can buy. So that's pretty much how I'm looking at this one right here. The OnePlus 5 is the faster phone. The iPhone 7 Plus wins in some areas though. And that's going to wrap it up for me. Which one do you think is the faster phone? Do you think that the iPhone 7 Plus is faster than the OnePlus 5? Drop that down below in the comments. Let's chat about this here. And let me know any more comparisons, videos you would like to see with the OnePlus 5. We just got it here on the channel. Nick here helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episodes, and peace.